Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, man. So I'm on boxingscene.com. This article came out yesterday, and it's saying that Kabayel, the EBU heavyweight title holder, will make his defense against Derek Chisora, and there's also talks of Whyte versus Robert Helenius, man. So let me just read what it has to say here, what I think about these potential matchups. All right. Yeah, it says EBU heavyweight champion Kabayel will, according to the EBU, make a long-awaited defense of the title November 4th in Monaco against Derek Chisora, with Matchroom promoting. All right, Kabayel won the title. Yeah, he won the title in February, and he fought. What was that guy's name, man? Hubot. I seen that fight on YouTube, and he was supposed to fight Whyte, and then Whyte ended up pulling out that fight. So then they end up making Kabayel versus Hubot, and Kabayel won the fight. All right. Now, this is not confirmed yet. It's also saying here that it's not confirmed. This is just what's being thrown out there and what the EBU is trying to order. It says here that Kabayel won the title in February and first had Pole Whyte as a mandatory challenger, but when he pulled out, Kabayel was given permission for voluntary defense, but no opponent was ever secured until now. Kabayel versus Chisora is not yet confirmed by Matchroom. All right, so yeah, so after he won the EBU title, they were still trying to get him to fight Whyte, because Whyte was the guy who he was supposed to fight, and all this happened when Pulev vacated. Pulev won the EBU title when he beat Chisora, and then Pulev had it, and then he vacated it, and then that's when it was Whyte versus Kabayel, and it never happened. All right. Then it says here the mandatory challenger for the EBU title until very recently was Whyte, and according to press in Finland, there are ongoing talks with Robert Helenius, the Nordic Nightmare, about a showdown on October 28th in Cardiff on the undercard to Anthony Joshua Kirbat Pulev. Helenius, not a bad choice. I would way rather see Whyte fight Jarrell Miller. That's a fight I would really like to see. Helenius had the one loss to Johan Duhaupas, and I think this fight will end much like that. I think Whyte will come forward, and I think he will be the aggressor in a fight with Helenius. Helenius, tall guy, big guy, wants to use the jab, looking for a home for that right hand. Then he wants to come across and wipe your nose over with the hook. Those are his favorite combinations. But he's been training. Even when he did lose to Duhaupas, man, I got to give Helenius credit. When he lost that fight to Duhaupas, he literally, and I did a video about it, he literally wanted to get back in the ring like a month later. But his team was telling him, no, let's take some time. Let's, get some tune-up fights. So him, the fighter, man, seemed as if he wants to get it. You know what I mean? He wasn't hiding after the Duhaupas loss. He wasn't, he didn't go into hiding or depression from what it looked like online. He wanted to fight. And I believe he was saying, I forget when he fought Duhaupas, but I know he was trying to get back in the ring like a month and a half later, man. Like he wanted to get right back in the ring to erase that memory of, losing to Duhaupas. So nothing's official yet. This is what's being talked about. I wouldn't mind the Helenius and Whyte fight. Brown turned down the fight. Lucas Brown, he came out, him and Ricky hadn't turned down the fight. They say that it wasn't enough money, and they said 7 weeks was not enough time for him to get prepared. So take it for what it's worth with Brown. I still want to see Miller, man. Hopefully they can get Miller. If they can't get, if there's fights they just can't make, then I wouldn't mind the Helenius fight. But it's not one that I'm clamoring for. And as far as Chisora versus Kabayel, if that is to go down, I will favor Chisora. Kabayel, I've seen him fight Lewandowski. I've seen him fight a few times, man. What's the dude? Damn, what's that dude's name that he fought? The fight was on Box Nation, man. What's the dude's name? Alawimbo. I forgot that dude's name, man. But Kabayel is a guy, likes to come forward, throw combinations. I follow him on Instagram. He's always training. Combination puncher, likes to come forward. Didn't have a lot of amateur experience. A younger guy, I think he's in his 20s, like 25 or 26, somewhere around there. You know, he's in his 20s. Still learning, you know what I mean? But I'm not sure if he's ready for Chisora yet. I think they'll get into a dog fight, and I see Chisora pulling it out late if the fight's to get made. But right now, this is what's being rumored. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm out.